Hi everyone, this is John Corley at Plant Based Life, and today I'm going to talk about juice feasting. Now, what is juice feasting? What is that? Well, you've probably heard of juice fasting. Juice feasting is a similar concept, but you drink a lot more juice. You try and get basically try and get your daily intake of calories through juice, which means you're going to the toilet a lot and you're drinking a hell of a lot of juice. Right? So. Now, the term juice feasting was coined by a man called John Rose, who lives in Texas in the States, and he runs his own YouTube channel, which is excellent. I'd highly recommend checking it out. And he's a person who's probably mentored over 5,000 people through juice feasts, and he's done over 150 of them himself. So he's a seasoned pro. He's been a raw vegan for over 30 years, and he's about 63 years old now. He's quite a knowledge base on this subject, right? But look, last year I did a juice feast for 100 days, right? That sounds extreme, nothing but organic juice. I actually did one later in the year for longer, but that one I did slightly differently. I incorporated some protein sources with it, and the reason for that was when I did the first one, there were at times when I didn't get enough juice, and after the 60th day of doing it, I found that if I didn't get enough juice, even though I was losing mainly losing mainly body fat, and you know, things that were backed up in my car, I started losing some muscle. So I basically decided when I started doing the second one, I would implement some good protein sources throughout that, you know. So that was different. So I wouldn't really call that one a feast. But the one I did initially, 100 days, that was a feast. It was juice all the way through. And I've got to say, it's amazing what it does for your body. Now, 100 days is extremely long, you know, it seems extremely long. But once you're doing it for a while, it gets good. Some people do 12 days, 30 days. It helps your body heal when you just drink organic juice, okay? So you want to get, I've never done one 100% organic because I've never been able to afford to have all the produce organic, unfortunately. But I'm hoping one day I will. But you know, if you can try and get most of it organic, nearly all of it, honestly, you don't want to be having too many non-organic juices because there's so many. I've done a separate video on glyphosate and everything else out on the food. There's certain, you know, fruits and vegetables that are worse than others, but generally you want to avoid all of them and try and go all organic or homegrown if you can, right? But anyway, I'm back on the juice feasting now. The basic essence of it is it helps you get rid of backed up matter from your colon, and I dropped 10 kilos on that 100-day juice feast, but it wasn't, you know, like visible on my body that much. It was stuff that was backed up in my colon and bowels for a very long time, and it doesn't take until about the 20th day of doing a feast before you start getting into the old stuff, and then after the 40th day you start getting into more old stuff. It's quite remarkable, you know, because you know, within your colon and your bowel, there's little pockets and, you know, bits of food fragments stay in there, especially stuff you don't digest or you don't excrete properly from your body. They get absorbed back into your bloodstream, and this is where these disease manifests. So you have to, you know, get everything out, and you know, this is a good way to do that. You know, it's a very good way to do it. You know, so I've got a blog on my website about the first one I've done, but the reason I thought I'd talk about juice feasting today is because I've decided to do another one. I started on the 9th of April, and I've got 3 other people who are doing it with me actually this time. And yeah, everyone's going well. So we're up to day 19 today. Yeah, so we've been doing it for 19 days. I don't know if I'm going to go for as long as the previous ones. I'm just doing it to give my body another bit of a heal. I'll see how I go. But yeah, something I'm going to talk about more often is going to be juice feasting, because I've found it to be really good for myself, you know, the benefits of it. You've got to do it right though. There's a lot I learned on the first one, but the overall benefits of it were amazing, you know, and you get a lot more energy. You'd think you'd be getting hungry just drinking juice. As long as you're getting at least 4 litres, it's a lot of juice. And you want to be having mainly dark leafy greens, mainly vegetables, maybe about 20-30% fruit, but mainly vegetables, but a lot of dark leafy greens, because you know, you want that nutrient dense foods. You want to, even though you're going to juice a bit, you're still trying to get a lot of calories, and you're still trying to get a nutrition infusion. That's what you're trying to get in your body, but without your bowel and your colon having to digest any fibre. Now, fibre is a very, very important nutrient, but it's also really good for your body to give yourself a break from digesting it, because your digestion takes up a lot of your energy. But if you eat a meal and then go and do a workout, you're not going to perform the way you would normally perform, because essentially your energy's been used up digesting that meal. So if you can train on an empty stomach and then have that meal later or whatever, you know, that's better, like intermittent fasting, which I've spoken about in the past for burning fat. You know, there's different ways to it. There's people out there eating one meal a day. There's all these different philosophies. But, you know, I find that a juice feast is amazing for resetting the body. And it was what helped me to start eating a raw diet as well, because I couldn't do it before. Since I did my first juice feast, I've been raw, you know, because you actually get to the end of it and you crave fruits and vegetables. You actually crave them. You see them and you actually... I craved them like years ago when I was eating junk food. I'd crave a burger and chips. You know what I mean? It's the same thing now, but it's like I crave avocados and celeries and cucumbers and carrots, and you know, these are the things I crave. I'm like, I've got to get some, you know. So that's the one thing about it. I can't wait to start eating again, to start eating all that glorious food again, you know. So I don't know how long I'm going to go on this one. I'm going to see how my body feels. Like whenever I do these things, I always go with how my body's feeling. I don't have a strict regime, you know, say right, that's how many days I'm going to do. I'm going to target for that. When I did 100 days, I never planned to. I planned to do a lot less, but you know, I ended up feeling good. You end up with more energy. As long as you have more juice, you'll have more energy throughout the day. You can do more. It's amazing. So yeah, look, that's my tip. I would say about 5 kilos of what I lost when I lost that 10 kilos was backed up matter from my colon. Not something nice to talk about, but it's amazing. It's there for a very long time, you know, and you know, and then the rest would have been mainly body fat. And I did make a mistake in the last 40 days of not having enough juice, and I did eat into some muscle mass. But I've learned how to avoid that now. You know, you can add some protein powders. Not really into that. When you do add them, it's not really a feast anymore. But I did that on the second one I did because it was an extra long one, and I was doing a bit of an experiment actually. And it worked well, but I'm not really so much into the powders, you know. But you know, there are good ones out there, like Health Force Nutritionals do a very good vitamin all green, and they also do a green alchemy protein, which is very good. You know, and that's the kind of stuff I use. It's all organic and good sources. But to be honest, it's best if you can just not have any powders at all, do the juicing, get the benefits of that, and work with a time period that feels good for you. 20 days, 30 days, even 10 days. Whatever you do is going to help, you know. It's all going to have a benefit for you. But the longer you go, you do get some amazing benefits. But I'll put a link up to some of the, you know, John Rose's videos on it, because, you know, I'm happy to share his channel, because the man is changing people's lives. He really has, you know, transformed a lot of people's lives. He's got a wealth of knowledge on the subject, and yeah, cool. So that's my input on juice feasting, what it is, why I do it, why I recommend people do it. But one thing I will say, before I say I recommend it or anything like that, you have to make sure you get enough juice, okay? No point doing this if you only get a litre of juice a day. You're going to make yourself sick and ill, because you're not going to get the nutrients your body needs. If you've got any pre-existing health conditions, then get some advice. Okay, don't just go running off and do a juice feast based on watching a YouTube video. Okay, I'm just here to give out some information that, you know, you're welcome to take and use in whatever way you want to. But you know, everybody's unique and different, and you've got to make sure you're doing what feels right for your body. So, as I've said on many other videos about many other subjects, always listen to your body. Your body knows best. Listen to your gut, what your gut's telling you. If your gut's really saying, this isn't working for me, then it isn't working for you. Simple as that, right? So never go against what your body's telling you. Your body gives you signs, and those signs are there to be read. If you've got a pain in your shoulder, you don't keep pushing through that pain. You listen to the sign and you stop, right? So listen to your body. That's the greatest advice I can give anybody. So even if you're going to do a juice feast, if you're going to try intermittent fasting, you're going to try a new exercise routine, whatever you're going to do, right? Listen to your body and work with what your body tells you. Okay? Peace, movement, and plants.